Hey everybody, just doing an update from inside the hospital still. So long story short, because I'm doing a really short video, is I was supposed to get the needle biopsy done on Tuesday. That didn't happen, just as I kind of suspected it to be like that. It is now Thursday, and I've been in the hospital the whole time, just sitting around, doing nothing. Yeah. So what happened? I think somebody dropped the ball at first, and that kind of started like this crazy chain of reactions. They didn't put me on the schedule, and then they didn't know which direction they were going to go, because there's two ways of approaching this to get a good biopsy. And you'll have to excuse me, I have the hiccups. The one way was through the pulmonary folks, and they'd go down through my mouth and into my lungs, and they have this little tiny robot that navigates through all your airways and could get up to it. But it's in a really tricky spot. So it was determined that route would cause more damage to my internal lung tissue than it would do any good, and you wouldn't really get a good sample with that. So that was nixed. And that was a 2-day affair. Then they went with the original plan, which is the needle biopsy. And that's when they take the giant needle and stick it into your I hate these hiccups. Into your chest, into your lung, to where that is. They take a chunk of it and send it to the lab. That's what we're going with now. And that was determined on Wednesday. But they couldn't get me onto the schedule until Friday. So that's that. And then it wasn't until today that I actually was told that I actually had a slot on the schedule. So tomorrow it'll be done, and then I can go back to the apartment, which would be awesome, because I'm about to stay in this hospital for a long time. I don't need to add extra days on the front of it. Hey Dawn, how you doing? I hope you're staying safe, brother. How's your fur missile doing? I hope he's good. You guys stay safe. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. So they did a couple other things, which was really weird. They induced, and that's why I got the hiccups. So they used a nebulizer, which is a little machine that takes medicine, turns it into vapor, and you breathe it into your lungs. They used that with an irritant, sodium oxide or sodium chloride, something with sodium, and that would make me cough and cough up mucus from my lungs. It pulls, kind of does the same thing as CS gas, in my opinion. It pulls the moisture out of everything, and they tried it the first one, and it didn't really do much. Didn't do anything. I have to do that 3 times every 8 hours, or 3 times 8 hours apart. And then they take that sample, whatever I cough up, and they send it to be tested. So the one sample came back positive for a fungal it's a fungus infection. I can't remember what kind it is, but the type it is, it could go into your sinuses and into your brain. So I'm about to go, that's why I keep looking. I'm about to go for a CT scan to see if that happened. I hope not. I mean, I don't feel anything. But if I pass go on all these, then tomorrow I will get the actual surgery that I came here on Tuesday for done. Yeah. I'm bored as all get up. This time I literally sat here and did nothing, which is, it kind of takes the wind out of your sails. But yeah, I got the hiccup from that nebulizer thing, and as you can tell, they're annoying because they're intense. So that was a little kick in the morale department. Just kind of sitting around in the hospital like 1 week from coming here and sitting around for like 3 weeks. I didn't want to do that, but gotta have answers on this stuff. You know, if it could be taken care of, like, you know, say it comes back a couple more times and confirms, and the biopsy confirms it's a fungus infection, I'm kind of like chilling out in there, waiting to strike. It's good to hit it first and get rid of it before the trial starts. So I can't blame anybody for being proactive. Definitely can't. So I'm just kind of waiting to get that done. And I'm really trying to get rid of these hiccups. This is ridiculous. Like, it's the worst hiccups in the world because they were medically induced and they don't go away. Ugh. Like all the tricks in the books, what, like, that you would think, every trick, no, doesn't do anything. Nope. I've had them for the last 2 days ever since I started that. So like 2 days straight of hiccups. That's interesting. But yeah, that's all I got. I will finally get this test done tomorrow. Get the surgery done. Get back to my apartment. And then it's going to be a race against time because I have to shut the apartment down. Oh, God. I have to shut the apartment down because I won't be there for 3 weeks. And make sure, you know, all the garbage and the food and everything is out. Anything that could spoil or make a mess. And then I have to pack for the hospital for a minimum of 3 weeks. So that's if something doesn't go bad. So if everything goes nice and smooth, no problems, 0 hiccups, I'll be there for 3 weeks and admitted in the hospital. So you got to pack for that. You got to, you know, I'm going to pack like my laptop and stuff and do some stuff. I actually, while I was down here, I bought a book, actually 2 books, and started to teach myself how to learn how to write computer code, like do coding, programming, things of that nature. So I'm just going to start doing that. Gonna practice on the laptop. Hopefully don't break it. That might happen, but I'm gonna do my best not to mess up. So it's, you know, just always trying to better myself, trying to keep myself busy and learn a new skill. It's a new skill. It's a good thing to learn. So I'm kind of really excited about that. I'm excited to actually do the work, you know, and like physically, you know, write code and make my first program. And, you know, I've read the book cover to cover already. My approach to it, since I'm teaching myself and I know how I learn, is I'm going to I read the instructional book on how to code for beginners from like beginning to end. Now I'm going to go back go over again and then actually do it while rereading it. And then I should be pretty solid. But thanks, Margie. Thanks. I try to look good. I did gain some weight though. I'm up 10 pounds. Just really happy with that. I wish it was 20, but you know, maybe I can gain another 10 pounds in a week. We'll see. So yeah, that's what's going on. So I'm just waiting for them to come grab me to take me down for the CT scan, just to make sure that's squared away and okay. And then I come back. Shouldn't have anything to do until another one of those nebulizer treatments to make me cough thing and give me the hiccups like you see. That'll be due probably around midnight, I think. Yeah, close to it. So I'll do that, then I'll get some sleep, and then wake up and get ready to get some crazy drugs and go to sleep while they do the biopsy surgery, and then wake up from that, go back to the apartment. That's the plan. Just took them a while to get there. Yeah. In the meantime, funny story. So and I'm not knocking any doctors or anything when I say this, but the infectious disease doctors, it's been in my experience that sometimes they take things a little too far, and that kind of happened here. Now, I understand why they take things too far. I get it. They can be dealing with some really infectious stuff, and they're kind of like, cats. They're a little skittish, from the COVID issue and all that. So, for some reason, this specific infectious disease doctor thought that I had tuberculosis. So they threw me into, literally last night at, I think, 11 o'clock at night, I was told that I had to pack up all my stuff because I had to leave my room, go to a different floor, and to a completely new room that is a quarantine room. It has, positive airflow or whatever, positive, negative airflow, I don't know. Either way, it's made for quarantining. So, to just get into my room, if I hit my nurse button because I need something, or they come in to, take blood, they have to go through a special room and get undressed and dressed in that room, and then get the gown and the mask and face shield and gloves and from head to toe to protect themselves, obviously. And then they go from that room to my actual room, and that's the only way in and the only way out. You can't. There's only one way. And there's a camera in there, and it's intense. I went from that, by the time I made it up to this room, it was 12:30-ish. I had to unpack, get my bed set up, make my bed, because the bed wasn't made. And, by the time I got to bed, it was early, which my sleep screwed up anyway, so it didn't really matter to me. But I caught up on sleep today, so I'm about to get some sleep tomorrow. But yeah, this is kind of wild. I'm wow. Everything's different in this room. It's a different way of doing things. But like you don't see anybody, you don't interact with anybody. It's kind of nice. I mean, there's no noise other than the air coming through the air vent. That kind of gets annoying. But yeah, that was an experience. So I know what that's like now. So all right, that's all I got. I'm gonna probably be picked up here in the next 5 minutes. Be taken down to get the CT scan done and see how that goes. So until the next time, folks, be safe. Bye.